Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I have a couple of topics today, stuff that you have asked or commented that I think will be beneficial for others as well. Before I start, I just want to share some things that happened for me today. Actually, three of you have made my day, two of you, and yeah, I know that not everybody will listen. That has made my day. But anyways, two of my clients have told me really cute stories about dogs. I'm not gonna get into the stories, but they know how much I love animals, and it was just adorable and cute, and I want to thank them. Um, and then also, one of my former clients reached out today, and I'm always so happy to hear from my former clients and to see how they're doing. And this was especially very nice for me because this person has such a sweet energy. She's just such a cutie. She has such amazing, cute energy. And talking with her just made my day. And she reached out basically. I have been actually for weeks thinking about how she's doing. And you guys already know when I think about a client, they do reach out because obviously I can sense that they will reach out. And I've actually screenshotted some of her messages. Basically, she said some really sweet and nice things, but of how much I have helped her. And I'm not filming this to brag or anything. It was just really nice to hear, guys. And she asked me for a reading as well. And after the reading, she said that it was so nice to hear my voice again. And that was just so sweet. And it melted. I melted. And yeah, I just wanted to share how great you guys are, and I think I need to talk about it more, just to show you how much I appreciate you as well, and how much I appreciate that you appreciate me. And it's a great exchange of energies, basically. So yeah, just wanted to share it. Now let's get into the actual audio. So, one of you has commented a couple of days ago about the collective readings and how they made her really obsessed. And I have audios on this topic already, and I definitely think that this is true. And I always say do not watch collective readings. Why? Because number one, if you want a reading on your situation, you're gonna need to get a reading from somebody. It doesn't have to be me, whoever you use for readings is fine. You gotta get a reading just for your situation, for yourself, your person, whoever is involved in the situation. Because collective readings, they're like dealing with a huge number of energies, and they will never be 100% um, right for anyone, because it will be a mix of everything. And some parts will resonate with some people, just because these readings are usually about exes, like pretty much all the time. And what they're going to do is they're going to make you obsessed, and you're going to hear some things you want to hear, or just yeah, some stuff you want to happen. And then you're going to keep watching and watching more of them, and they're just going to make you obsessed, and they're going to make you focus on this obsession and on this person instead of yourself. What I also think is that collective readings, and I don't want to seem like I'm like bashing them or anything. They can be really fun and great, and they're just not great if somebody is already obsessed. There are also collective readings on other topics, which I think is great. There are some fun readings, some interesting readings, just about different stuff, not the exes. Maybe what's going to happen in your love life for singles, or I don't know, some very interesting things like who you're going to marry, what were you in the past life. There are interesting topics there that if you love collecting readings, you can watch. Um, but I don't think that this is advisable. I don't think it's healthy. And what I recommend is to hide those readings from your newsfeed. Just keep hiding them until you are no longer getting them. That is the best you can do, because once you click on one of them, you're just gonna get, the algorithm is gonna give you more and more of them, because they're gonna be, okay, this is what this person is interested in. And then, you're gonna be clicking on all of them because they're gonna have some clickbait titles, obviously, and you're just gonna be, oh, I need to know, I have to watch this. And trust me, it's gonna do no good for you. It will not do you well. So again, while we are on the topic of some things that are not healthy to watch, I have to say manifestation coaches again. You already know how much harmful they can be, and there's a lot of false hope there. There's a lot of again obsessiveness there, because just affirming things that are not the reality, it just makes you obsessed. It doesn't help, and it doesn't manifest those things. um so I have a lot of audios on this subject, so I'm not gonna talk about it a lot, but I definitely think that that is another one that is very unhealthy. Also, just like relationship coaches, people talking about men, women, usually the advice is not good. Usually it's a very black and white. Usually it's like very simplified, like all men are like this, all women are like this, all men react like this, all women react like this. If somebody doesn't text you, they're not that into you. If somebody doesn't reply for 5 minutes, they're not interested. Yes, that can indicate that, but it doesn't have to. People are different, people are complex, people are deep, people are complicated. It's not that simple how they are like describing it. And I definitely think that that can make things also very unhealthy. I think this can give limiting beliefs. And in general, I think that if you watch a lot of things like this that I just mentioned, what can happen is that you're gonna create the limiting beliefs from this content, and that is how our brain gets programmed. Because even if we watch something and we think, oh, this is stupid, but if we watch a similar thing over and over again, even if we think it's stupid, the part of our subconscious is gonna remember that, and it's actually gonna program us a certain way. And this is why I really have to say that it's so important who you listen to, what you listen to. It all impacts you in a long run, even if you think it doesn't, it truly does. And I think that there is so much bad information online that people are just listening on a daily basis, and it just yeah, it just doesn't serve them good. It actually does the opposite. So I definitely recommend staying away from these things. That's the best you could do. Just do not click on them, hide them if you're tempted to click on them, or if you have been watching these things, then hide them. If you haven't, then just keep ignoring them. But I definitely think that simplifying human beings and saying everybody reacts a certain way, and if somebody does something, this definitely means this, or it doesn't mean that, or whatever, is just not realistic. It's not realistic, and it can really give you the wrong ideas, and you can maybe miss out on some things because you think they're impossible or whatever. So, yeah, be careful, guys. Be really mindful what you watch, who you are listening. Um, think about everything because, like I always say, it all impacts you and it all programs you. And I really don't want anybody to basically follow this advice and to just become more and more obsessed, because that is not what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to achieve the opposite, obviously. So that is what I wanted to say. And I think that what a lot of people are struggling with is just fear. And when it comes to love, I think that whatever your attachment style is, unless it's secure, but if it's anxious or avoidant or some kind of combination or whatever, um, what is common is that is the fear of being abandoned. Um, and both anxious and avoidant people have it. So just the fear of the love ending, the fear of the loved one leaving them, um, and the reaction to that fear is different in these types of attachment styles, but the fear itself and the problem itself is the same actually. So, different people will react differently, but they're reacting basically to the same thing. And I think that it's very important to kind of understand how the secure people are looking at this problem. So, love, the thing with love is that it can never be controlled. It can never be like taken for granted. You can't force it. You can't control it. You can't, forcefully keep it. Love can always leave and love can always end. And this is just something that I think secure people basically accept. So a lot of it is just in accepting things because, guys, truly, it is what it is, and you can't change that. There is no way you can. And anxious people think that they can somehow change it. Avoidant people think they can avoid it. But the thing is that love is free. It's like a bird, as I always say. It's free, and you can't cage it, and you can't forcefully keep it. If it goes, it goes, and I think that's also the beauty of love, because it's unpredictable, right? It is, and we have a problem with accepting that and kind of being with someone knowing that this may end, and we kind of want that reassurance, that kind of just knowing that it will never ever end. And even if someone promises us that, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna go that way, obviously. So I think it's very important to just accept the fact that, okay, this person can leave one day. And what is important is to feel safe and secure within yourself, so that you just know they can leave, but if they do, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. And the problem is, when it comes to this fear, is that people think they're gonna die if they lose that person, and they're never gonna be okay again. because they don't feel safe. They don't feel safe like in the relationship or within themselves. Because feeling safe in a relationship doesn't really come from the partner necessarily, it comes more from yourself, because you're the one that needs to give yourself that safety. So it's very important to understand that. And also, if you're gonna be, just trying to avoid love because you might get hurt and it might end, then, if everybody was thinking like you're thinking, nobody would ever even get married or have kids or experience love because of the fear. Because, yeah, it can end for every single person. So nobody would be doing it, right? So love is a risk, and this is something you just have to accept. It's a risk, but if you don't take the risk, it you will not know, and maybe it will work out, and maybe it will be great, and maybe it will be for your whole life. So you just need to take the risk, and don't be afraid to do it, because if it fails, it fails, and you're gonna be okay. You will. Um, so this is why it's so important to work on yourself, on your mental health, because when we do that, even when bad things happen, we handle them better and we deal with them better because we have the support of the most important person, ourselves. Yeah. So I hope this has helped somebody, and love is not something to be afraid of. Yes, it's a risk, but it's a risk that's worth taking. Remember that. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna talk to you soon. Bye.